Screen actors, how do you learn your script without sounding memorized, without sounding rehearsed or practiced? In other words, how do you keep your lines fresh every time you say them? That's the topic today, and I want to thank one of you for suggesting this topic. Abraham Infante asked me to cover this topic. I think it's a great one to, not only for him, but for everybody watching. It's a challenge we all face. So let's get into it. Now, I'm going to give you 7 steps to making your script your own and keeping it fresh every time. Step number 1, don't memorize your lines. Huh? That's right. Don't memorize your lines. Memorization is a head activity. You don't want this to be a head activity. It's got to be a heart activity. So when you read your script the first time, you just read it without speaking, and you read it to learn your emotional journey. Not your words, but your emotional journey. Where is your character at the beginning of the scene? What are the obstacles that your character discovers as he or she moves through the scene? And then where are you at the end of the scene? That's step number 1. Step number 2, you're going to do a silent read-through of the script. No speaking of the lines at all. And that means don't speak them here. You know, you can start to hear how you're going to say them. Don't do that. Discipline yourself to just read the scene in a detached way to discover your emotional journey. That's it. Once you've done that and you know where you're going in the scene, now you choose, step number 3, choose a really strong intention. Now, I've done another video that goes into depth on what an intention is and how you choose one. That's not the, I'm not going to do that here. Which video is it? I don't remember. Step number 4, now you're going to do a silent read-through of the scene. Again, you're not going to speak the words, but this time, what you're going to do is focus on the other person's lines. Huh? Well, Lou, what if I do that and then in the audition I get nervous and I say the other person's lines? Really? You would do that? Well, then no, I won't go there. Why do you do this? Because it will make your intention stronger and stronger as you feel the impact of the other person's words and actions on your character. Those words and actions are your obstacles. The stronger and bigger the obstacles, then the more intense and the greater the conflict. Greater conflict, greater drama. In fact, no conflict, no drama. No drama, keep your day job. Step number 5. You're going to do another read-through now. And guess what? This time you're actually going to get to say the words. But I want you to say the words doing it in an activity that has absolutely nothing to do with the scene. Example, you're a guy, say your lines while shaving. You're a woman, say your lines while doing makeup. You can do anything at all that has nothing to do with the scene. Why? Because when you do that, you are not making the lines reverent. You're not treating them with reverence. Yeah, you want to treat them with irreverence because you always want to be the master of the line. You see, when you make the lines too important, you become a slave to them. And then you're always going to be trying to remember the one right way of saying them, and there is no one right way of saying them. And this is really good, especially if it's a a really strong dramatic scene. Let's say I am doing a scene and I get to a line that has to do with my discovery of a betrayal from a partner. And my line is, "You have been lying to me for years, and it hurts." Okay, that's one reading of it. But now I'm going to do that when I'm shaving. And I'm not going to worry about how to say it. So I'm shaving and I'm saying, "You've been lying to me for years, and oh man, that really hurts. You have been lying to me for years. It hurts. You've been lying to me for years. It hurts." Now, the reason I'm doing that is to make discoveries. It doesn't mean that I would actually choose one of the ones you just heard in the audition, but I'm breaking my bondage to the words, and I'm going to learn them at a more grounded level. Just try it. It's fantastic, and it frees you up. That's step number 5. In step number 6, you're going to practice the scene with a partner. Have a friend read the scene to you, and have them change their line reading every single time. Your focus now is to just receive the energy that they're giving you with their line reading, and you're going to have to change yours each time. You see what's happening now? You're not freezing an interpretation of the scene, because every time you do them, you're learning the words in a different way. Eventually, you're going to know all your lines, but you're not going to be fixed on one way of saying them. And that is the power in this. And number 7, this is a big one. Do the scene again with a friend, with a partner. And this time, I want you to do each line as if it's the only line in the scene. Why? Because that will make you listen intently to the other person and respond from your heart, not from your head. Okay? It's going to be the only line in the scene. If you tend to ignore this particular step, I just want you to look in the mirror. And here's what you'll discover. You have 2 of these and 1 of these. You were meant to listen more than you blab. And the camera loves true listening and responding or reacting to what you hear and receive. Do this, and I guarantee you that you will start to become an actor who knows his or her lines from your heart, not from your head. Now, warning, there is going to be a big obstacle to this when you actually get to the audition, and that is fear. Fear? Yeah. You're going to want to control the outcome. You're going to want to be certain that you know your lines. Every time you give in to that fear, you give in to your head. You want to go into your head because it's going to give you the illusion of control. Practice this until you get beyond the fear. Just walk right into it. And you'll start to become free, instinctive, unpredictable, and just absolutely compelling on camera. So if you got value from this, definitely give the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hey, what are you waiting for? Do it now. I'm going to put a link below to the site where you can learn everything about my new course. It's an online course called Self-Taping Mastery. Just go there and find out what it's about. If you decide that it's not for you, I'll find you. If you decide that it's for you, hey, then we can become partners, maybe friends, colleagues, and help both our careers to skyrocket. Until the next time, always feel it, say it, mean it, book it.